I'm feeling good.
Let's hear what these Haitians are saying about Black Americans since TPS has ended and they're now blaming us for it. Shaking my head.
But the FBAs are beefing with the Haitians. With the new TPS order, they're removing a bunch of Haitians from the country. And a bunch of FBAs are saying, well, so long, farewell. Where was the black unity? Somebody check on DJ 𝒲𝒶𝓎 because he's claiming he's black, but you know, he's also Haitian. I remember you was conflicted. Face day, nigga. Why is it that you're fighting amongst each other? I thought there was unity. Looks like the chickens have come to roost. It is apparent that everybody can be racist, xenophobic, stupid ass words you guys come up with. That is 𝒲𝒶𝓎-𝒯ℛ𝒰𝒯ℋ. Well, I do feel for Haitians going back to Haiti. That's all I got. I just feel bad for you. It's funny to see what the color unity gets you. I beg, it is foolishness. That's more of an African accent.
I notice a lot of FBAs, otherwise known as Foundational Black Americans, otherwise known as African Americans, who don't like being called African Americans anymore. They're making videos spreading misinformation about the TPS program that has ended for some Haitians. The reason why I say some Haitians is because they are under the assumption that all Haitians are being sent back to Haiti since TPS has ended, and they're rejoicing, saying safe travels, good riddance, like they got rid of all the Haitians in the United States, and that's simply not true. The TPS program, known as the Temporary Protected Status Program, is for refugees that came to the United States from Haiti. Not just Haiti, but some other countries as well. But in this particular situation, we're talking about Haiti. They are not just poor refugees, but they are also doctors, lawyers, educators, nurses.
This Haitian lady pleaded guilty to selling almost 3,000 fake nursing diplomas, degrees, and transcripts. 3,000. Now, this went on for, I want to say, between April 17, 2018, all the way to October 8th, 2025. Whoa, she was just selling fake nursing degrees and diplomas. Like, these people were going to the nursing board, getting RNs, becoming registered nurses, becoming licensed nurses, all behind these fraudulent degrees. Now, the degrees were real. It's just that they didn't earn them. They didn't go through the courses. They didn't take none of the course material. They paid a price and she just gave them the degrees. She could be facing up to 40 years in prison. Her name is Carleen Norreyes, a Haitian lady straight out of they say she's in Plantation, Florida, but her school was in West Palm Beach, and it was called Carleen Home Health School. And it was located off of 4645 Gun Club Road. So yeah, if you know any nurses that got degrees or transcripts from that school, it may be questionable. This is the second biggest bust since Nightingale. That was another bust for fake nursing degrees, and they sold over 7,000 fraudulent degrees in South Florida. But yeah, Carleen Norreyes, Haitian woman, 52, selling almost 3,000 fraudulent nursing degrees.
All types of variety of Haitian people that came under the TPS program, and not all Haitians that come to the United States are refugees. A lot of the people that come to the United States from Haiti are immigrants. Like my parents, who came in the 1960s, particularly in 1967. My mom came under the Duvalier dictatorship. My dad came to do his studies in the United States, and he's a doctor and a pastor. Rest of my family has been in the United States also since the 1960s. They're in New York City, Florida, Canada, Boston, California, and Philadelphia. And so a lot of people have been in the United States from Haiti for decades upon decades. And so I just wanted to give the correct information that there are immigrants that are here that are U.S. citizens, like my parents. They cannot send them back to Haiti as U.S. citizens. There are people from Haiti that are permanent residents in the United States that they cannot be sent back. There are people like me who are known as Haitian Americans who were born in the United States that cannot be sent to Haiti. So please educate yourself before sending misinformation as you rejoice thinking that all Haitians are going back to Haiti. Thank you.
After this Haitian TPS that's going on right now, bro, I truly believe there will never be unity between black people, bro. You know, you see black American, bro. I love black American people, bro. To see black American telling Haitian go back home, bro, they just doing the same thing the white man is doing, bro. You know, this shit make me mad. Come on, bro. When we get put over, bro, when the police see one of us, bro, they see a or a black woman, bro. They don't see a Haitian, and they don't see a black American, bro. Until you open your mouth, bro, they don't know if you Haitian, they don't know if you black American, bro. Come on, bro, we gotta come together, bro. Stop this. That's what they want. They want black people to be fighting each other, bro. Arguing every day, bro. That's what they want, bro.
Celebrating the misfortune of one group of black people is a direct invite for racists to come celebrate with you. I'm scrolling TikTok, I see a video of a foundational black American, FBA as they call themselves, and she's celebrating the recent policy implementation that removes TPS or whatnot. So a lot of Haitians are looking to be deported back home. She's happy about it, very much celebrating. And in the comments, I see this interaction here. I'm gonna overlay it onto this video. What's interesting to me is the lack of understanding of the FBA people. They don't understand that the same ideology that pushes the immigration policy is also the same one that under-resources black communities, gerrymanders against the black vote, and is anti-reparations. Like, they're not able to seemingly make that connection. You can't, well, I can't say you can't, you should not celebrate the output of a system that oppresses you. Just because it's aiming elsewhere doesn't mean you won't be under fire also. And I know that the response to this video is going to be, if you're so proud of your country, go back home. I have a response to that, which is I doubt you fully understand U.S. foreign policy. So if you're pro reparations for yourself as a foundational black American, I will go back home once the USA promises reparations for everything they've done in my country, which is a fair response, right? But we don't need to get into that. All I want to say is I understand the grievance of being a foundational black American, right? You feel like you built this country and you're lowest on the totem pole, but the answer isn't celebrating your oppressor. It's not siding with your oppressor hoping that they will give you the crumbs, because eventually that same apparatus that was pointed elsewhere will turn to you. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna respond a lot into the comments.
I want to post this here about my the responses that I'm receiving from that TPS video, because they're really disturbing. And I want to say that the comments that I'm receiving about the TPS video is predominantly, well, the negative comments are all from people who are Black American. And I want to say, like, are y'all being for real? Like, for me, I'm in shock, because I grew up with African Americans. I grew up with Black Americans. So much so that I knew more of Black American culture than I knew of my own. Also, because when you're Caribbean American, you are forced to assimilate, because being whatever you are is not cool. So the fact that I'm seeing only African Americans make these negative comments about Haitians going back, I am worried for Black people in America. I'm worried for us, because y'all should be the last people that are saying bye, good riddance, like, oh, go back to your country. Is crazy, because America does not care for Black people overall. They don't care for Black people. Doesn't matter where you come from in the diaspora. America was not designed for us at all. And the fact that maybe it's because I grew up in a more, I won't even say like more cultured, because I was born in Jersey. And then in Jersey, I grew up amongst nothing but African Americans and Puerto Ricans. And that's when I just learned so much about African American culture over Haitian culture, unless it was in my home. But all of my friends were African American. And then when I moved to New York when I was 18, all of my friends are most of them are Caribbean and sprinkles here and there of African American. But I'm also in a Black sorority, which is predominantly African American. And so like when I see people from whatever movements there are make these very ignorant comments towards Haitian Americans, it is disturbing because of the way that I show up for the Black community, and a lot of y'all don't. A lot of y'all posting these negative comments do not. A lot of people from the hood even, and I'm from the hood, and when I mean the hood, very low income, father passed away, accustomed to gunshots, stolen cars, siblings selling, very much from the hood. And so when I see that, and I'm like,
Girl.
it's just very, very confusing to me, to say the least. But also the ignorance within under the Black umbrella overall is why we are in this predicament. And it's not Black American, it's not Haitian American, it's not Jamaican American, it's not Africans. It is the Black diaspora living in America and overseas, the ignorance that we have, and we are so ununified. Like there's definitely unity when you travel abroad and you see it and you see someone who's Black, and maybe because I do not have those biases anymore that I had when I was growing up, because now I have access to a different level of education and after so many student loans. But it was a choice for me, and if it's not a choice for you, that's on you. But we got to do better. We got to do better. It's very embarrassing to even post this on here because I have a lot of non-Blacks following me, and to post this on here and for y'all to be in the comments looking crazy, making us look crazy.
Child.
Because by the way, they don't care what type of Black you are. Respectfully, the world does not care what type of Black you are. You're Black. You're Black, and that's the end of that story. I have mentored more Black children, Black adults, African American, Black American adults than I would say, than more than 70% of my Black American friends and people in my family, and maybe I have mentored so many and given back so much to the community that it's my community. I don't care how y'all feel about that, but I grew up in Trenton, New Jersey, and it was hood and it's Black. Like y'all can't. And then I moved to South Jamaica, Queens. Like y'all, there's no taking that away from me at all, despite how y'all feel. And it is truly pathetic to me. And I just be sitting here like, are y'all being fucking for real? Because me and my Black American friends, we don't act like that towards each other. They're invited to my house, I'm invited to theirs. They learn about my culture. They've been to Haiti with me. Like, I just look at y'all like it's a joke. I've dated Black American men, and we talk about traveling the world together, and so many, like, the frequency that y'all be on, whether it's Black Americans, Haitian Americans, Caribbean American, Africans, the frequency, once we get into this land of America, there's this energy and it's global, but I feel like it's worse here than it even is in Britain. And it's like, it came from there, but it's worse here. We are just like our biggest enemy. But I just wanted to say that because what are we doing for real?
I was having a conversation with a Haitian, and they were talking about all of the hateful comments and rhetoric that's been spewed by a lot of FBA individuals. And I said something that's going to be pretty unpopular between a lot of Haitians. So as you guys know, TPS has ended, and now a lot of Haitians that's on TPS is up for deportation. And there's been plenty of videos, comments with FBA individuals essentially, glorying and praising that, Haitians are going to get deported. They got to go back, pack up your bags, all of these different things like that. And then he said, you don't see how a lot of their talking points is literally symmetrical to white supremacists and how they were treated by white America? And I said, yes, but guess what? Have grace. I told them the first thing that you have to do is look at the history of Black Americans. For the group of individuals that have endured the most hardship in this country, they're also the most accepting, they're the most forgiving, and they're the most welcoming. So you can't take the action of a few individuals, and especially in a moment of anger, and try to paint that as their character and who they are and what they represent. Because first and foremost, immigration definitely does affect Black Americans. And not only that, but based on how they're being treated now and the history of how they've been treated, they have all the right to be angry, to be mad. Now you may say, well, they can be mad, but they don't have to be. They don't have to be as hateful as they're being. And this is where I will come in and say, even if you see hateful rhetoric, that's not their heart. Even if you see a lot of people saying, pack your bags, ICE is gonna come get you, go back to your country and all of these different things, I'm telling you, as hateful as it may be, that is not their heart. What you're witnessing is a lot of misplaced anger. While I might not agree with the hateful rhetoric, I'm in 100% support for the FBA movement. All you have to do is give them some time to get some real good leaders that's going to point them in the right direction, give them the right talking point and, you know, things to focus on and to build so that they can primarily focus on FBAs. So all in all, don't let a few people with misplaced anger make you generalize a whole group of people that have a history of being nothing but the opposite.
First off, this dude is just saying anything. He starts by framing this as a lot of hateful comments and rhetoric from FBA towards Haitians. That's already misleading because most Black Americans reacting to TPS ending are not foaming at the mouth with hatred. They're pointing out a simple reality. TPS says temporary in the name. Saying it was always meant to end and if it ends, you go home is not the same thing as wishing harm on Haitians or trying to strip anyone's humanity. Then he leans into this comparison. You don't see how a lot of their talking points is literally symmetrical to white supremacists? Shaking my head. That's where he gets disingenuous. He's trying to equate Black Americans who can't be deported and didn't design immigration policy with white supremacists who actually had and still have state power, police, courts, and the full weight of the system behind them. Words from people who are also oppressed are not the same thing as laws written and enforced by the people in power. He also says, immigration definitely does affect Black Americans, as if that justifies painting Black Americans reacting to TPS as hateful. Immigration policy might affect job markets, politics, and resources, sure. But none of that changes the fact that Black Americans are not the ones deporting Haitians, signing termination orders, or running ICE. We are not the immigration officers, we're not Homeland Security, and we're not Congress. Then he does this subtle move. He talks about a few individuals in a moment of anger, but still centers the whole video around Black American hate. Whew, child. You can't have it both ways. Either it's truly a small subset of people online talking reckless, or it's a lot of hateful rhetoric. If it's a few, then stop smearing an entire group as if that's our collective heart. Most of us are simply saying, TPS was never permanent. The law is doing what the law said it would do, and if it ends, people under TPS will have to go back unless they find another status. He keeps saying, even if you see hateful rhetoric, that's not their heart, it's misplaced anger. That sounds nice, but it still misrepresents what many Black Americans are actually saying. We're not sitting around obsessed with deporting Haitians. We're pointing out that Black Americans can't be deported. We didn't ask for TPS, and we're not responsible for how the U.S. chooses to end it. There's a difference between raw, frustrated commentary about U.S. immigration being temporary and actively campaigning for Haitians to suffer. In reality, Black Americans are not being deported. Immigration policy is written and controlled by the U.S. government, not by FBA. Saying "go home" in the context of a temporary status ending is just that. But it's not the same thing as white supremacist ideology backed by state violence. A lot of Black Americans are not mad at Haitians. They're tired of being blamed for every policy the U.S. government passes, while immigrant groups insult and look down on them in the same breath. So when he tells Haitians, have grace, but still pushes the idea that Black Americans are spewing hate and mirroring white supremacy, he's smoothing it over while quietly reinforcing a false narrative. He's not being truthful about how many of us are simply stating reality. TPS was temporary. We cannot be deported. Immigration enforcement doesn't target us as non-citizens. And we are not the villains in this damn situation.
Hey, yo, that FBA movement, that shit even pro-black? Like, I see you niggas only organize to hate on other black people, right? Y'all worrying about Haitians and the TPS when that got nothing to do with y'all. Like, we didn't go to y'all to ask for no TPS. Like, we went to the white man. It's the white man country. And I know it's not even all of y'all. Like, it's just the men. It's the men whining on TikTok, on YouTube, like... But I know the FBA women love a big soul, man.
It's like y'all mad at Haitians cause we done came up, bruh. Y'all can't be mad at that, bruh. Y'all can't be mad at Haitians done came up, bruh. That shit crazy. I even see, and it's black people.
Alright, so I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna try my best to be nice. Okay? Because I know these people are down bad. They down bad. So, I just want to say, imagine foundational black Americans being mad at a group of people that we helped come up. Being mad at a group of people we fed. Imagine that. Imagine us being mad at that. I don't get that. We've never been that type of people. We welcome these people with open arms. And then we got nothing but disrespect from you, from your people. And like I've said in my other videos, we intelligently know that it's not all, but it's too many. So y'all have got to get checked on that. And we warned y'all, but y'all didn't listen. So this is the end result. You have to go home. Temporary protective status means temporary. Time for you to go home.
We never went to war with you. We went to war with the French, boy. Y'all go. Don't let them fool y'all. Y'all letting the CIA put y'all against Haitians and Haitians.
Okay, we're not CIA operatives. I keep hearing this narrative. We're not. We've never been. The CIA has been against us, though. So I guess we're living in an age where people just say stuff and don't have any receipts to back it up. So, especially something like that. Why would we need the CIA to go against you? Okay, we've gone against the federal American government on our own. So why would we need the CIA to go against you? And you guys think delineation is CIA based? Is CIA driven? No. It's foundational Black American driven because of the disrespect. Remember, we're Yanks. Remember that. Remember, you said that. Your people said we were Yanks and we stay away from Yanks and we're dirty and, you know, dirty Black Americans and we're on welfare and all this stuff. Yeah. We don't need the CIA to go against y'all. Let's stop. Stop that.
A bunch of black people having that Haitian mentality. They want you to be subservient to them, bro. That's why Trump want to cancel TPS. That's why you might see some of the Caucasians happy about that. But for you black people...
Imagine if we were subservient. Imagine if my ancestors were subservient. We wouldn't even be here on American soil. You would not be here on American soil crying about your TPS being canceled. And Trump is canceling all of that. And the Supreme Court allowed him to do that because of the word temporary. It's a limited time for y'all to be over here. Now it's time to go home and fight like 200 years ago that y'all love to throw in everybody's face. So, what have you done lately? So this is your chance to do something now. Instead of going all the way back 200 years to talk about you fight. So go use that Haitian mentality and clean up Haiti.
You feel me? The reason why Donald Trump and them don't like us is because we fought for our freedom. Look it up, 1804. And we, you know, we unalive, spilled blood behind our freedom. They don't want the rest of the black people in the world, especially America, to adapt that same mindset.
Oh, let me get this straight. So you shed blood just to turn around and pay for your freedom. You paid France reparations. You shed blood just to turn on your warrior class. You had them all unalived. That's what you shed blood for? Let's be very clear. My ancestors' blood is all up and through American soil. We fought in every war there ever was in America. Abraham Lincoln said we won the Civil War because of the freedmen. My people. We had to go to war and then come home and go to war again because we had to defend our livelihood and our property and all the cities, the successful cities and towns that we built. We had to go to war again and shed blood for that. So please don't talk to us about blood being shed. We are the blueprint as far as black people shedding blood. And you walk on my ancestors' blood every day, every minute that you on American soil. That's the blood you walk on. That's the blueprint. Always remember that. We have that mentality. It's the foundational black American mentality to fight. We were the first ones to fight before 1804. If you don't know, look it up. So don't come to us about that. Don't ever fix your lips and tell your people not to ever fix your lips to think that you're better than or you fought harder than we did. Because guess what? You're in our country. We're not in yours. So obviously you didn't fight hard enough, right? See, we didn't make deals. Y'all made deals. And you know how you made deals? How we know you made deals? Look at your country now. And you whining about going back to it. Back to the country that you fought for freedom for.
That part.
Talk about you running Florida, Broward County, but you can't run, you don't want to go home and run your shit at home? I love TikTok Shop. I love TikTok Shop. You don't want to do that? No? You want to stay up under us, right? And pretend that you run stuff? You can't run nothing without us. We run the yard here. Come on now. Stop.
Mama, you are black American. You not better than us, honey. Better than us. Listen, you open your eyes.
Here we go again.
Open your ear to hear me. You too. They only hate Asian people, no? You too, you include. You know why? Because your skin is black. Same when you born in USA. Same when you are. They say you. Why they put you when you fill a paper? They put black African American. Why did they put you American? Why? Why they now they put black African American? Why they do that? Because they not consider you like American. Mama, open your eyes. They hate you too. You too. Okay, mama? Stop talking shit about Asian. You know why the government say Asian people Asian? They know when they say Asian, they got power on us. They know when they say Asian, they shine. Because Asian people have the light. We are the light. The light. When they say Asian people, you shine in the world. Every nation see you. That's why they always like to sit Asian people. But that doesn't mean they like you too, mama. We are the same thing. You're not better than me, mama. Stop talking about Asian people. I'm talking about us. Okay, mama? I was working at Walmart. I see the way treat you like your skin. I see the way they treat you at Walmart. They don't treat you better than me. Mama, please open your eyes. You are not white people. White people doesn't like black people. Okay, mama? Leave Asian people alone. Okay? Like, yeah. Mama, why to twice na muda, mama?
You know, it's so funny today. I was on TikTok. I saw this black lady talking about Haitian go back home.
Okay.
And they were saying you didn't build nothing here. Go back and build your own country. I need her to rephrase what she said about your own country part. Yes, lady. Yeah, we have our own country. We have a country.
Here we go.
To go back to.
Here we go.
What are you going back to? Because Trump pretend like he likes you guys. Some white people think pretend like they like you guys. Some. But guess what? One day the table will turn and they ask you to go back home.
They're gonna ask us to go back home.
They're gonna ask you to go back home one day. Okay, lady? They're gonna ask you to go back home one day. The table will turn.
No, they won't.
Okay.
You see how this Haitian lady is gloating, talking about, oh, one day the tables are gonna turn. They're gonna actually go back home. Go back where we are home. Where I'm gonna go? Georgia, Virginia, South Carolina. Like, they want us to be immigrants so bad, and I think that's where a lot of the resentment comes into play. The resentment, the hatred, the anti-Black Americanness that a lot of immigrants have is because we are not immigrants and we can't be deported anywhere. And I really, really am deep down in my heart, not all of them, but I feel like some of them really deeply resent Black Americans because we're not immigrants. They don't like us for that. They don't like us the fact that we've never had to go to an immigration office. We're not running from the ice cream truck. Like, they really can't stand us for that. So for her to be up here saying, oh, one day the table's gonna turn and Trump act like he like y'all. Donald Trump is not the first president of the United States. Black Americans been here since before the inception of this country. If they could deport us en masse to somewhere, they would have already done it. Think about all of the horrific things they've been trying to do to wipe us out. It goes deeper than you think. Use your noggin. Clearly, we're not immigrants and they can't send us anywhere because if they could, they would have. They've literally been burning down our establishments, redlining us, doing everything they can to set us back. Everything under the sun except for what? Deporte, because where they gonna send us? And the fact that she's gloating and like got a smirk on her face like, yeah, it's gonna happen. No, it's not. The tables are not going to turn to whereas they're going to tell us to go back home because we are home. Y'all really have it in your minds that we're not American. And it's really sad and pathetic that you think this country is just a white man's country. And it is not. It is not. Yes, some white Americans helped to build this country, but Black Americans were here since the very inception as well. Fought in every single war. Did free labor and paid labor to build an economic base for this country. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, y'all really confused. We're not immigrants.
What's your problem? You realize that you treat your slave masters that have enslaved you for centuries better than you're now treating the Haitians. Why are you so mad at them? Because they came here and they work hard to achieve the things that they have while you lazy fuck sat on the farewell welfare system because your grandmother, mama, and everybody else was brought up on it. The people just want to know.
So sis went on a really hostile rant in her full clip, which was almost 5 minutes. I only took like a little bit of that segment because that's really the gist of what she's trying to say. But let me just respond very quickly. I understand that you're emotional. I understand that this is a tough situation to be in. I understand that there's probably some people making trolling comments and saying things that are inappropriate. But this concept that Black Americans are just living on welfare is just a fallacy. I mean, I just looked up Google and 53% of Haitians are living on a major government assistance program to this very day. So we're 50% of our population is not on welfare, right? So, I'm not really sure where this jealousy is that you think that we have for you, and that goes for any migrant population. I don't really know. You don't have anything that we want. You don't have anything that we can't get, okay? If you really want to flex, then the real flex will be fixing your country. The real flex will be, since you have your own plot of land that is really for you, to actually fix that and actually make that into a paradise for you and your people, right? The real flex is not leaving your shit and then coming to somebody else's shit and trying to make a life in somebody else's shit that was already built up and is already set up for you to succeed in whatever way you see fit. Okay, that's not really a flex. We're at home. This is our home. So whatever the hell we choose to do while in our home is really our business. Okay, you are a guest over here. So let's just make that very abundantly clear. We don't have a reason to look at you with envy. Okay, no reason at all. None of you that come over here, especially all of y'all that's coming over here from these third world countries, you do not have anything that we want or that we need. Okay, so I don't know why y'all keep trying to address us. You're the one who is perpetuating white supremacy by using talking points to basically say that Black Americans are all just living off of welfare. Y'all act like we just got taken over here, dropped off, and just been lazy, kicking up with our feet up, with the government taking care of us for the last 400 years. Like we've done absolutely nothing for 400 years. Y'all act like we're trust fund babies that are just benefiting from a mammy and a pappy. I mean, let's be for real, sis. If you was really that hard working, would your country be full of garbage and trash where nobody seems to give a shit about what it looks like? I mean, at the very least, if you're going to blame the West for all of your downfalls and all of your problems, if you're going to say that it's the West's fault, at the very least, you could try to take care of it by picking up the garbage off of the ground. Instead of just trashing everything, but, whatever.
It was temporary. You had temporary protective status. Temporary, as in not permanent, meaning for a period of time. What are we, guys, I don't get what we're all up in arms about. You guys were never citizens. You had time to get your citizenship. You had time to get your paperwork. You had time to get everything in order. And you didn't believe what the government told you. And that's on you. See, you thought that there was going to be some other law, something else that was passed to help you stay here, continue to benefit off our system. No, this administration stands on business. So with that being said, stop ostracizing Black Americans, because key word in Black Americans, we are actual citizens. This is our country. This is our land. And now you expect for us to stand up for you guys when the government was very clear that you had temporary status. 15 plus years. Oh, but I had kids and now what am I going to do? You had 15 years. And in that time, you can't tell me that your life is not better than it was? No, but remember also, you guys are so quick to make sure you differentiate yourself between I'm Haitian and I'm not Black American. No, I'm Haitian. I'm not Black. I'm Haitian. Well, good. Go back home and live in Haiti. And again, I just want to be clear. I have nothing against Haitian people. Nothing like that. But my problem is when you come to Black Americans and say that we need to fight hard for you. You guys are just leaving us out here and these white people are doing this to us and all that. No. Don't put us in that. We have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with you not reading your documentation and doing what you need to do to be a member of this society. That's on you. So maybe next time, read your paperwork. What a concept.
How did that becoming a Black American issue? I keep seeing all these videos now, all of a sudden, I don't know what side of TikTok I'm on, about how we're not helping, we're the problem, just talking negative about Black Americans when these are the same people they're looking for help. We are the same people that other nationalities of Black tell us we don't have culture, tell us we're lazy, tell us we use racism as an excuse. Even though we are going through experiences through our own lives, will tell us we need to do better. will come over here thinking that they're better than us. And now that the situation is what it is, we are the problem because we are not stepping forward and helping. We are the same people that our ancestors fought for basic rights. For y'all to even come over here to tell us how we don't have culture, to tell us that we don't know anything about home, this, that, and the other, had to do what they had to do. Mind you, these same people try to tell us to go home. Mind you, some of us have been here for so goddamn long that this is home. We can go generations back of just being here. But now we're the problem. I'm trying to figure out how this became an African American issue. And nobody's explaining that in any of the videos, just how we need to help. We're the problem, how nasty some of us are being in comments. But I don't know how many times I've seen other people be nasty in comments. It's like we want to pick and choose when Black Americans are allowed to feel some type of way. And it seems like we are never allowed to feel some type of way. Just help. Help all other races. But then when
fine with immigration, legal immigration, but I digress. But since we have a crisis on our hand, I believe that the border should be closed to anybody wanting to come in for the next 15, 20 years, that part. But I do have a message for you temporary status, Haitians, Syrians, Somalians, whomever. Well, you know, time is up. Some of you guys have been here 5, 10, 15, even 20 years under TPS. So you're telling me in all that time you didn't make any stride to become an American citizen, constantly getting extensions to do what? Nothing. To have children inside of the United States of America, them becoming citizens, but you're not a citizen. Why didn't you make any stride to become a citizen? Now you have these white liberals and these fake news false prophets out there stating that they're coming against Black people. No, they're not coming against foundational Black Americans, because you see, I was born here. That part. So they're not deporting me. I'm not worried about being ushered out of the country, okay? And this thing about Haitians built America, you are a liar and the truth is not in you. But then again, you're going to have your woke blacks on the left that's just going to run with the narrative. If you are Haitian American and you were naturalized and are born here, welcome to the country. This is your home. But if you were not born here and you were under TPS, it's time to get the going, baby. You should have did what you were supposed to do when you had all that time to do it. Listen, nobody wants you unalive when you go back to your country. Definitely don't want that. But what were you doing when you were here with all that temporary protective status in all these years? You did not build America, okay? And I'm sick and tired of people saying things that are not true. Settlers and slaves built America. My ancestors built America, not yours. That's why I can't wait for the Supreme Court to make a decision on birthright citizenship, because some of y'all are benefiting off the backs of people that were not even your ancestors. And some of you stupid Black people out there rallying for them, and you're just dumb. If you are working towards citizenship, I don't care if you stay, because I think that's commendable. You're doing what's right. But if you're here and you're not and you don't plan to, bye, Felicia. And you liberals quit putting us all in the same box. We are not the same. But 5, 10, 15, 20 years of temporary protective status? I think not. That's mean. No, what's mean is them people out there that say they're going to enter into every household in America. That's mean. And they got to go too, that part. And Mandani say he's standing 10 toes down with the Haitians. You know why? If they support him now, it'll be easier for them to bow to Islam later. Peep the game, that part.
Grand risings, or good afternoon, depending on what part of the world you're in when you see this video. Someone sent me a video to check out. It was rather interesting. Apparently it was a panel that was going on, and there was a Haitian guy that was on the panel making all kind of threats to FBA, talking about, you know, there's a lot of us Haitians who are here legally, and when they remove all those who are just lost their TPS, that y'all got to deal with me walking down the street. You got to deal with us. First of all, man, why are you more mad at FBA than you that made the decisions to tell you to get up out of here? Because last I checked, that decision did not come from us. It didn't. And temporary means temporary. Now, am I happy about what's going on in your country? No, but my thing is, if you got that type of energy where you're willing to fight and accost FBA people because of a decision that was made in the government that was temporary. Let's harp on that word, because temporary words have meaning. If you have that type of energy that you want to make threats to people who are FBA, then won't you have that type of energy towards the people who are controlling your government that got your whole country in shambles? And yeah, we know the American government has something to do with that, but hell, those who are in control of it are all black faces. There are Haitians that look like you. Why aren't y'all taking the type of energy out towards them? One guy made a comment saying about, don't be mad FBA because we have Haitians that's here and they've been lapping y'all because we've been putting in the work while y'all ain't been doing nothing. Well, we have black politicians too. And funny you mentioned work, because there's a lot of work to be done in Hades. I'm sorry. If you're putting in that much work here, then why don't you take that energy and put the work in there? I'm just saying, this is just simple math. 1 + 1 always equals 2. I just find it fascinating how y'all can have so much energy and hatred towards us just because we decided that we were not fighting for anyone outside of us. That was the decision. That's what the delineation was about. For us saying, well, everybody else have their tribes, because that's all this is, just different tribes. And now we are acknowledging who our tribe is. Now, that don't come with hatred, but ain't nobody tripping either way. Because we've been dealing with hatred since we've been in this country. Again, just another day in America for us. But for you to have all that type of venom towards a group of people that you don't even have that same venom towards the people that are telling you, pack up and get up out of here. For you to have that arrogance to talk about how you are lapping FBA and that's why we're in politics, because we put in the work. You have a country that needs work. You need a country that needs that energy from you. Peace and blessings.
So the TPS situation, I spoke on it about the fact that 350,000 and 6,000 Haitians and 6,000 Syrians have to go back home. And I'm going to say to the Haitians who are protesting and fighting and upset, and some of them are crying and just really upset what they told ethnic Americans, what they told us as indigenous foundational people, that you guys just have to work harder. Apparently, you didn't work as hard, you didn't work hard enough, and that's why the TPS is being rolled back. You just didn't work really hard. You're not victims. So I don't think you should, protest. I don't think you should be crying because you say you don't complain. You say you don't complain and you're not victims. So I think you should stop complaining. I think you should stop doing all these interviews. I think you should stop going on the news, interviewing about what's going on with you, because you're not victims and you don't complain. Remember what you told us? Remember what you told us? Stop being victims and stop complaining. And the fact that if we just worked hard, everything would be fine. Well, you're not victims. You shouldn't be complaining. Just work harder. You got rejected because you didn't work hard enough. And we just don't want to hear you complaining and crying because you're not victims. We're just tired of you acting like victims when you're not victims. Can you please stop being victims? Please stop complaining all the time. Gosh, it's just like all you guys do is complain. I mean, you had all this time to get your citizenship, and you had all this time to get your citizenship. You had all this time for your country to get together. Like, why don't you just get it together? Why didn't you just become a citizen? I just don't understand. It's just weird. It's just weird that you guys are complaining and victims, and you just should have worked hard. If you worked hard, they wouldn't have kicked you out.
It's just hilarious that y'all are trying to make it seem like black Americans are beefing with Haitian people. No one is beefing. people, you know what I'm saying? There's literally compilations of y'all dogging Black Americans. There's literally videos of y'all being in the same room with Black Americans, still dogging Black Americans, and Black Americans not saying anything crazy back to you, but just trying to defend their culture. There's y'all will see videos of multiple people dogging Black Americans and hop in these comment sections and full on agree with these people. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when Black American people say, okay, well, I guess it's just us Black Americans and no one else, y'all want to be like, what happened to unity? That unity been broken when y'all come on the internet and make it seem like being closer to the white man is way more better than being closer to Black American people. It's just so insane. Like, I really don't understand this internet shit, because it's like I seen a video of a Haitian dude coming up here and explaining how like Black Americans are so hypocritical when government mistreats y'all see it, but then when it happens to anyone else, y'all become blind and shit like that. When shit happens to us, y'all say, well, maybe if your community wasn't like this, you know what I'm saying? Even though like they don't see, like they see you as a part of community when y'all out here, you know what I'm saying? They don't see you as no Haitian from Haiti or no African from Africa. No, they see you as a black ass nigga. I found out that they got basically derogatory like slurs and shit for Black Americans, only that they know, you feel me? It's like every group of people got some sort of slur for Black folks. You know what I'm saying? Which is insane. And then like y'all got these secret slurs and shit. This is a little off subject, but y'all got these secret slurs and shit for y'all. And then y'all want to be like, oh, but what happened to unity? Any other group of people always like that shit really be blown. Y'all don't just come on the internet, you know, on some like simple hating shit like, oh yeah, Black Americans are too light-skinned or something. No, like y'all come up on some straight hating on a culture ass shit, hating on the whole community, and then want to be like y'all be really. There's multiple people who will come up here and tell you how their own parents taught them not to date Black Americans, you know what I'm saying? Go for the white person, you know? So this isn't just internet shit. This comes from y'all family. This comes from where y'all come from, and y'all bring this shit out here with that racist shit. Thinking y'all
immigrants always have so much smoke for Black Americans. Haitians, what's up? What is y'all mad at us for? We don't make the rules here. Why do y'all love to say, all immigrants love to say, y'all next, y'all gonna get deported? Bitch, no, we're not. We ain't never, ever gonna get motherfucking deported. They was gonna do that. Why they ain't do it after slavery? They can't. We ain't got nowhere to get deported to. Y'all just jealous because y'all not from America. Y'all want to be here so bad. And then say, oh, I don't like America. I don't like it. Back in my home. Okay, go the fuck home then. What you saying for that you need to go home? Go home. Quit saying the opportunity. Go make an opportunity. Y'all can't never make the opportunity where you at. Go make an opportunity. Stop riding our coattail. I love saying this is, y'all think we white supremacists and y'all fought. We literally fought them. We sat in the paint. We was in the paint with them and we fought them. Something that Haitians, I guess y'all did, but then your old friends, reparations, and now look at you, could never build nothing for yourself. We stood in the paint with them and we got. And what y'all fail to realize, they not gonna deport us. They gonna kill us. They just telling you to go home. They gonna kill us. They gonna redline us. They gonna throw us in jail. They do all that to us. So we ain't never next. We was always first. What's wrong with y'all? Why do y'all come over here and be mad at us? We don't make the rules. We made our own rules and y'all mad. Y'all Caribbeans make the least sense though. If we all got dropped off, and we was all on the same boat, but you was in Haiti, you was in Jamaica, now I'm in America, and you saying that's your homeland, how is this not my homeland? You have a homeland because you had to flee somewhere. So if I fled to Mexico, then my homeland would be America. They would send me back to America. Don't hate the player, baby. Hate the game. Y'all mad because y'all wasn't slaves in America. And it was fucked up for us, but we did what we had to do. Y'all said we dirty Black Americans. Y'all hate us so bad. We have no culture. Y'all don't have a culture. Come on. Sayonara, suck.
Listen, I gotta say this, right? And this is for all the Haitians. You know what I'm saying? It's not our fault that y'all are getting deported back. It's not our fault. That's getting her talking about some all Haitians need to be the best that they can be. Yeah, be the best that you can Haiti. Don't come over here in America and think that y'all are as privileged as everybody else, because that's not the case. And my thing is this. Out of all that voodoo shit that y'all did back in the colonial days to defeat the white man, why aren't y'all using that same shit today in 2026? Y'all know damn well we got a racist ass president in office. Y'all know that man was coming for y'all ass this whole time. Why haven't y'all used the shit that y'all used back in the colonial period to defeat these people or to do what y'all have to do to make shit go y'all way? But instead, y'all thought that y'all were better than foundation Black Americans, aka real Americans, right? Y'all sat up here and band y'all self together with the Africans, the Jamaicans, and you know, y'all thought y'all were better than foundation Black Americans. But y'all forgot that we are the very people that fought hard enough for y'all ass to be over here. Like they say, you never bite the hand that feeds you because eventually you're going to need them again. So it's not our duty as black Americans to sit here and protest for y'all, get out in the streets, put our lives at risk because y'all didn't read a book and y'all didn't do what y'all had to do in the last 15 years when they gave y'all protective status. Y'all had 15 years to get your paperwork and your shit together. Y'all thought it was going to be like this forever, and that's not the case. Y'all know how America operates. So at the end of the day, y'all cannot be mad at nobody but yourselves. Because let's be honest, and this is no diss to none of the Haitians. I love Haitian people. But aren't y'all the same people, quote unquote, that y'all got people out here so scared to mess with y'all or so scared to attack y'all because y'all was going to put voodoo on everybody and this and that? Where the fuck is that same energy when you dealing with the white man? Y'all so quick to bring that shit up against other black people in America, but when it comes to the white man, all of a sudden y'all got amnesia on y'all culture, on what y'all did back in y'all country. Because truth be told, I feel like y'all really believe that shit won't fly in America, which is not, because we already know what's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, like I said, y'all can't blame nobody but yourselves. So I mean, hey, at the end of the day, do what you gotta do.
Because y'all niggas are scared to say it. I'ma say it. Nigga, every single thing that happened to a black person, you ain't seen that fucking Haitian standing ass up. No Somalians, no Asians, no Arabs, no none of these niggas, no Africans. Ain't none of these niggas stand up for nothing that black people been going through. Not a thing. Now they took the TPS shit. Oh, black people did this and I'm so tired. I thought y'all cared about freedom and all this. Bitch. Because at the end of the day, you do nothing. Y'all didn't do a thing. Y'all know all that hoodoo and voodoo and ain't put none of that shit on these white folk to change none of this shit that's going on. Talk about, nigga. Y'all got all the power and still ain't did shit with it. Y'all want to sit up here and hoodoo and voodoo for love potions and all the stupid ass shit. Nigga, hoodoo, Donald Trump, hoodoo, that goddamn got shit going on that we got going on, nigga. Y'all sit up here want to blame other black people because we ain't standing up, nigga, but y'all nigga don't even stand up for y'allself. Y'all did over there in Haiti, but y'all come over here and expect us to do the shit for y'all. Hell no. Use that same shit you was using over there together and do that shit over here. Like, man, come on, bro. Y'all niggas know y'all made these niggas stop. Y'all shrinking niggas' heads. Y'all was giving niggas, you know what I'm saying, dying from losing weight. That's because y'all put this shit on them and do all this type of shit. Nigga, do that. Talking about. At the end of the day, y'all knew Donald Trump was gonna do some shit because he been coming after everybody, and you niggas ain't take no kind of preparation or nothing to do nothing to combat none of this shit, but want to blame niggas. You can't blame no nigga that was already from over here. We ain't have shit to do with doing over there in Haiti, or any other president was doing in Haiti. At the end of the day, y'all niggas know that y'all went on nobody's side. Now all of a sudden, it's targeting y'all. We supposed to have back. Nigga, I ain't never seen a place that had any regular black people in it. That's all of them that speak patois and all that other shit. Like, it's y'all. That's what I'm saying. Don't sit up here and be blaming niggas because we ain't on y'all. Nigga, y'all were never on our side. If y'all had to act it right when you come over here acting like that you just better than every nigga over here, it'd be better.
I don't have any personal thing against Haitians. In fact, I don't even know any Haitians. But some things need to be said. First of all, a good portion of the slave codes and the laws that was enacted against us during slavery was because every time we got together, we rebelled. Whenever you saw 2 or 3 of us together, they panicked because all we did was burn plantations and take out entire slave-owning families because we were rebelling. So this idea that we got revolution from somebody else is completely false. They only talk about Nat Turner because that's the only one that they want to admit. But we constantly rebel all the time. That's why they had so many laws saying you guys cannot gather. Y'all can't gather, y'all can't talk, y'all can't do anything that's not right in front of us because we know what you're going to do. So the idea that Haiti is some kind of like make above us or something, like they're cut from a different cloth, no, that's not true. Here's what happened. Here's the difference between the Haitian rebellion and our many rebellions that we have over here in America. Haiti is an island. It's not even an island, it's a third of an island. And when you look at the geography of Haiti, it's very easily defensible, right? There's this long stretch at the bottom that's only like 30 miles wide. They have a little strip at the top that's just as thin. And then you have a section in the middle that's like all mountains and things like that and stuff. Yeah, it's guerrilla warfare in a condensed space. I looked it up. The square mileage of Haiti is about 10,000 square miles. The square miles of the US is over 3 million. So that's what we were dealing with. And we still got it done. We still got it done. At the end of the day, we still got it done. And here's the important part, okay? Right now in 2026, the Haitians want to convince us that what's most important is the timing. Timing. We were first. But the Haitians themselves, the Africans, the South Americans, all over the world is telling us that timing doesn't matter. It's the quality of the freedom that matters. That's why no one wants Haitian freedom. Even Haitians don't want Haitian freedom. Everyone wants that foundational Black American freedom because it's second to none. No one is trying to appropriate the Haitian Revolution. What are they trying to appropriate? Juneteenth. Because it's the quality of the freedom that matters, not the timing. Now, if we had like a small sliver to deal with and a third of an island surrounded by water to deal with, then we probably would have got our independence earlier too. But we got it. And Haitians did not fight the South. Haitians were not advising the generals of the North. We got that together. We fought in the Civil War. Okay, so this idea that we owe you, no, because if that's the case, then look, we still have individuals from the civil rights who are still alive, right? We still have men and women who were the Black Panther Party that are still here today, right? We had men and women from the Black Panther Party that had guns in one hand and they fed their children of the neighborhood with the other hand, right? Do men with guns in Haiti make sure the neighborhood children are eating? See, resting on 200-year-old laurels is not a flex. Doing something 200 years ago and then free-falling the entire time, that is not a flex. Now, if Haiti was smart, they would come off of their pride and they would actually take notes and see, hey, how did we do these things? Maybe we can incorporate that into our situation. Because if the most detrimental news that you've heard in a long time, that you have to go home, that's not a flex, okay? It's quality that matters, not just the timing. So chill out and maybe look back into your homeland. And if you have that spirit of rebellion, then you can do it again, because the geography does work in your favor. It has before. Take advantage of it. But this idea that you owe us, or we owe you, no, or you wouldn't be here. Everyone would be here taking advantage of foundational Black American freedom, because our freedom is second to none. Doesn't matter when it happens.
I love what that brother said, but you know what's wild? Like I said in my earlier commentary, the way some Haitians are furious at Black Americans over TPS, like we wrote that law, or we control U.S. immigration policy, TPS literally has the word temporary in it. It was never promised as a permanent solution or a guaranteed pathway to citizenship. Yet somehow, Black Americans become the punching bag every single time the U.S. government does what the U.S. government has always done: use people when it's convenient, then throw them away when it's not. Again, the same folks mad at Black Americans for pointing out that TPS is temporary had nothing to say when their own went viral, calling Black Americans dirty, saying we have no culture, looking down on us like we're the bottom of the bottom. Notice that? There's always plenty of energy to insult us, mock us, and use us for content, but somehow that energy disappears when it's time to confront the actual systems and people who hold power. They'll call us Yankees like it's a slur, as if the fact that we're US born is some kind of moral failure. But let's be real. If you're living in the US under TPS, you're here because this country represents opportunity compared to the conditions back home. You're not here because Black Americans begged you to come. You're not here because we set the policies. You're here because you chose to come to a country whose wealth was built on the backs of enslaved Black people. And now you're upset at the descendants of those same people for something the US government did. What makes it even more hypocritical is this weird double talk. On one hand, they say Black Americans have no culture. On the other hand, they dress like us, talk like us, use our slang, chase our music, and build whole online personas off our image. How are you cosplaying people you claim have no culture? That's not just disrespect, that's cognitive dissonance. You don't copy what you think is empty. You copy what you know has power, influence, and depth, even if you're too proud or too bitter to admit it. And let's talk about selective smoke. When a racist white woman like Megyn Kelly gets on camera and basically tells Haitians to go home and fix their own country, where's the outrage? Where's the flood of videos, essays, and think pieces dragging her and the system she represents? Where's that same passion they use to attack Black Americans online? Somehow, that rage always gets quiet when it comes to white power structures. It's easier to unload on the people who look like you while you tiptoe around the people who actually have the ability to deport you, deny you status, or shut the door in your face. So no, Black Americans are not obligated to carry the burden of every immigrant group's struggle, especially when some of those same groups mock us, degrade us, and act like we're beneath them. We did not write TPS. We did not sign it into law, and we are not the ones terminating it. If you're mad, be mad at the people who hold the pen and the gavel, not the people whose ancestors were forced into this system in chains. At the end of the day, Black Americans have our own fight. Police killings, mass incarceration, underfunded schools, medical racism, environmental racism, generational trauma, and a country that still debates whether our lives actually matter. We don't have the luxury of carrying everybody else's issues while constantly being dragged by the same folks who turn around and imitate everything we create. You can't call us dirty, cultureless, and Yankees, then suddenly remember we exist when you need backup. You can't spit on the people whose struggle carved out the space you now occupy, then cry foul when those same people simply point out that a temporary program is, in fact, temporary. The truth is this: Black Americans are not your enemy. We're not your policymakers. We're not your scapegoats. We are a people with our own history, our own culture, and our own unfinished battle inside a country that uses all of us, native-born and immigrant, when it's convenient, and discards us when it's not. If you're going to be angry, aim that anger at the right target. And if you're going to talk about us, at least be honest enough to admit you borrow from a culture you keep trying to pretend doesn't exist.
TPS say temporary, why you mad at me? I ain't write the law, don't work for ICE or DC. Y'all college Yankees say we got no history, but you dress like us, talk like us, that's our legacy. TPS say temporary, don't blame FBA. Aim that anger at the system, not at us today. We not your enemy, we just trying to get free. Stop cosplaying our culture while you look down on we. Yeah. You know it's wild, Haitians mad at Black Americans, like we made TPS, like we signed the documents. Temporary in the name, that's what the law said, but somehow it's our fault when they talk about you gotta tread. You call us dirty, no culture, say we bottom tier, but copy our slang and our drip every year. You ain't come here cause we begged you, let's be real. You came to the land built off our blood, sweat, and steel. We don't deport, we don't sit in border chairs. We don't run the courts, don't decide who stays or disappears. If you angry, put that fire where the power at. Not on folks in the hood just trying to push the system back. Megyn Kelly told y'all go home, fix your place. but I ain't see the same smoke up in the face. All that passion for us, but y'all whisper to the throne. Quick to fight your kin, scared to challenge who own. Black Americans got our own war every day. Cops killing us, prisons packed, schools in decay. We carry trauma in the nation, still debating our work. While you stand on the ground, our ancestors built from dirt. So if you want solidarity, start it with respect. Don't spit on our name and come collecting the check. We not your scapegoat, we not your policy crew. We just tired of being blamed for what this country do. TPS, 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 yeah. TPS temporary, that's the policy. So why you point at us like we run an agency? We're not your enemy, we're fighting to be free. Stop hating on Black Americans while you borrow our identity.